Now that Oppo Find N2 is out, it is fair to talk about whether you should go for older Find N, or if you have it, then is it a really good option to stick to it? And I find more than one reason why Find N2 has a great value to offer. But before moving on, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Now considering Find N is an older version, we will not go hard on it, but there are some big changes we have seen on the Find N2 which is worth noting. As per the new display, the most useful thing Oppo did with the Find N2 is its ADR display. On Oppo Find N, we only get a 60Hz 5.49 inches AMOLED panel. But thanks to Find N2, we get the new 120Hz 5.56 inches, a slightly bigger yet amazing display on the Find N2. Inner displays are quite the same in size at 7.1 inches and both comes with 120Hz refresh rate, but what changes is its peak brightness. On Find N, we get 1000 nits peak brightness, whereas Find N2 is well over at 1550 nits peak brightness. So if you use your phone in daylight, then Find N2 is a worthy update. And also, don't forget 120Hz refresh rate on our display, which we didn't get on the Find N. Now keep this thing in notice that Find N2 is the lightest foldable here, meaning Find N weighs around 275 grams, whereas Find N2 is just 233 grams, a big difference you can easily feel while holding a Find N2. Fun fact, it is even lighter than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Let me know in the comments which one would you prefer, Fold 4 or Find N2. You guys might be curious, what about the battery life on both devices? It is strange, but both phones shares the same battery, 4500 mAh, just 20 more on the Find N2 at 4520 mAh. But the change we saw is its charging speed, where Find N only gives us a 33 watt fast charger, but Find N2 is almost double at 67 watt, so you can easily charge Find N2 in less than an hour. Performance is one thing, but power efficiency on Find N2 is great as it powers the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Although Qualcomm did announce the Snapdragon Gen 2, but 8 Plus Gen 1 is a really good processor, much better than the Snapdragon 888 on the Find N. And by adding this, you can actually feel the difference in power consumption, and there is so far no heating issues found on Find N2 either. The storage options are quite the same, 256 gigs and 512 gigs, but memory or RAM options are different, where Find N comes with 8 gigs and 12 gigs, whereas the Find N2 comes with 12 gigs as a base model and 16 gigs version as a top model. Well, if you're a hardcore camera user who loves to take photos, then listen to this. Find N2 brings some big camera numbers compared to the Find N, where we get 50 megapixel main shooter, 32 megapixel telephoto with 2x zoom, 48 megapixel ultra wide, and two 32 megapixel selfie shooters, one for inner display and one for outer display. Whereas Find N comes with 50 megapixel main shooter, 13 megapixel telephoto with 2x zoom, 16 megapixel ultra wide, and two 32 megapixel selfie shooters. Only two camera lenses are updated, but Find N2 comes with Hazel Blade branding, so Oppo Find N2 produced some good color photos with the new cameras. Also, the new ultra wide lens on the Find N2 comes with autofocus, so you can take some macro shots on the Find N2 even though we didn't get any macro lens on the Find N2. If you want to know which one is better, Oppo Find N2 or Z Fold 4, then make sure to watch this video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.